on today's episode of DAPA.DANIEL. I'm going to be touring around some of the neighborhoods under $350,000. These houses in here are like the original ones of Frisco. Oh, look, a roundabout. When in doubt, paint the house white if you're updating it. We're in the main part of Main Street. I just love me some red lights. So that makes sense. Hello everyone, what is going on? I'm over here in Frisco. I'm gonna be touring around some of the neighborhoods under $350,000 around Frisco. I had a comment left by Georgia Driven asking to go tour some places with houses under $350,000 around McKinney, Frisco, Plano area. So I'm gonna start here in Frisco. This is just gonna be Frisco neighborhoods. It's all gonna be pocketed into like one area along Main Street. All the houses are gonna be like 1920s, 1950s, 1960s, 1980s on a couple of them, but pretty old. This is the first neighborhood I'm going through. This is the Preston Trace Estates. Then I'll go through Hickory Hills and then Stonebrook, and then I'll finish over closer to downtown Frisco. But we're in it right now. So what you're looking at are houses that are potentially getting listed below $350,000. There's one right now for sale. I actually pulled the specs on that house. So I'll get into all the details, but these houses in here are like the original ones of Frisco. Way back in the day. This was the first area Frisco was getting built around the train tracks. Man, that is a dip. Holy smokes. And I'll get into all the details. I pulled out some houses that are currently active, some houses that are that have just been sold, and take you guys around, show you guys just a little bit of potentially what you could buy around downtown Frisco. And that's like the only price point is going to be around downtown Frisco, just because the houses in here are so old and they're really small. Like some of them like 900 square feet to 1,000. And then they also have like some townhouses in here. But for this neighborhood, this one, Preston Trace Estates, there's no HOA. We're in Collin County. All of these are going to be like, most of these are going to be no HOA. They're all going to be in Collin County because we're on this other side of the tollway. Where like the FC Dallas Stadium is, downtown Frisco, and those areas. I've done a tour over downtown Frisco. Go check out that video if you want to go see more of the like amenities and things around this area. But just to downtown Frisco, where like FC Dallas plays, and like where they have like 4th of July, all those like fun celebrations and events, that is just only like 10 minutes away down the street. So you're in a relatively good location around here. For like getting to places around Frisco. You're right off Preston. That's where they get the name Preston Trace. All right, let's go down this way. Hop into one of these other neighborhoods. But for this neighborhood, there is currently an active in here, 1974 pre-owned. It's listed at $315,000. That's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,141 square feet at $276 per square foot. And have some houses in here that are going to be a little run down, older. You know, some of them maybe have been abandoned for a bit, and now maybe it's good. Maybe, you know, you're an investor wanting to come in, update something, and then resell it. So that's a possibility with some of these houses within Frisco. More of that stuff's happening within downtown, closer to where the Frisco Original Donation subdivision is in that area. But let me show you guys. So right outside the neighborhood is some commercial stuff and some just regular shops. There's some eating. There's also like grocery stores around here. Walmart's just across the street. All the neighborhoods that I toured today, it's going to be Frisco ISD. There's just going to be, some of them are going to be a difference between Memorial High School and Frisco High School. But it'll be Rogers Elementary and then Staley Middle School. Those are the two that you would be zoned for these neighborhoods. Oh, there's a for sale on offer pad. So they got a couple in here that are active. All right, let's go head over to Hickory Street Village. Now this one is going to be across Main Street, and there's going to be some townhouses in here. It's right by the Walmart. Also over in this area is a lot of parks, and they have one of the parks in here. I'll go by it. So that's Preston Trace Estates. So houses right there are floating like 250s, 300s, 350s in there. It really just depends on like the updating of it. And you know, maybe some of you guys watching are kind of looking for that. Maybe somewhere where you can get into Frisco, no HOA, update something. Okay, yeah, so this is Frisco Commons. And then they have this really big park area in here. So you're super close to this kind of like walking area and these little things. So, oh, look, a roundabout. Look at that. We're gonna get out of it. All right, so here's that park. So you got this area to maybe come hang out around. And then, like I said, if you wanna drive into Frisco in those areas, the downtown area, you're not gonna be able to walk from here, but it is really close. And then you could hop on Preston, go down to like the Stonebrook Mall and those things. Preston from this area is, it's not too long of a drive to head down to the Stonebrook Mall. You might run into some traffic on some days in the afternoon. All right, now I'll head over to Hickory Hills and Hickory Street Village. And we'll get into some of the details about that and then also show you guys just more of the stuff that's around here. But keep leaving comments, guys, about things you want me to go tour around and go check out, whether it be houses under $350,000, houses under $500,000, houses under $2 million, whatever it be. Just give me some ideas, guys. I try coming up with my own stuff and doing that and just coming out with videos, but I do really appreciate when someone leaves a comment about going to check out an area. It just really helps me out. It doesn't make me think too hard about, oh my God, what video am I gonna come out with next? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do with my hands? Okay, so this is Main Street here. So that's Main and Preston on the left side. And now we're on Main Street here. So the main Frisco Fire Department is also right here. And then this is just the older downtown area. Now we're not quite into downtown, but this is kind of the start of downtown. They have like some other like body shops and things kind of on the outside of here. So within this first neighborhood, Hickory Street Village, they're gonna have a townhouse in here active at $340,000. It's a 1987 build, 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,188 square feet at $286 per square foot. So this area is Hickory Hills, and then we'll get into Hickory Street Village here. Just wanted to show you guys kind of what the small little townhomes look like. So we're currently on Hickory right now, so what you're seeing is Hickory Hills, and then Hickory Street Village will come up here. It's right behind the Walmart, and this is the area where there's townhouses in here. So they had it. So you're right now, this one's kind of floating in like the 300s to 350s in here. But these are what they look like. The old, I mean, these are like the original townhouses. Oh, dog on the loose. Dog on the loose. Dog on the loose. Oh, well, doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get out of this one. So I guess I'll just do a reverse. Oh, appliance pickup. All right, let's head back over to Hickory Hills. So this neighborhood is gonna have an HOA with this one, with the townhouses. It's gonna be $308 monthly. And then this other neighborhood that's right by it, Hickory Hills, is not gonna have an HOA. So out of all the places I tour around here, this is the only one that's gonna have an HOA. It's the only one that's gonna have big speed bumps in it. My goodness. So that's good for the car. Oh, here we go. Oh God. All right, and then I'll head over into Hickory Hills. Now Hickory Hills, they had one that closed on the 10th of August. It was a 1985 pre-owned. It was listed at $300,000, dropped to $269,000, and ended up closing at $274,000. That was a 2-bed, 2-bath, 990 square feet at $275 per square foot. So within this neighborhood and this area is where you're gonna find a lot of houses at like 900 square feet, 1,000 square feet within here. Let's just pull in into this one, show you guys kind of what these houses look like. So for it being a lot older around here, the house is doing a pretty good job keeping everything clean. Once you get into these older neighborhoods that are like 1980s, 1970s, and there's no HOA, people really like to let things grow. And there's some other subdivisions in here like Evadell, Molders, Crestview, Meadowbrook, The Hawn. Those are a couple other subdivisions within here. And then we're back into the neighborhood, Hickory Street Village. And then there's the a little bit of what the Frisco Fire Department is right there. All right, I'm gonna head down to Stonebrook now. So right here is okay, so they have leases. So these are some of the duplexes in here. All right, and then on this opposite side over here is Stonebrook. So like I said, all these neighborhoods are right next to each other. This is where you're gonna be getting below 350,000. Stewart Creek. So Oak Brook Neighborhood Park. So there's a park over here. So now we're in Stonebrook. In this area, you also have, so this area is Woodstream Hills and Stonebrook along here. So with all these neighborhoods, you're still looking at the same price points. So within this neighborhood, also still not going to be any HOA. And then they do have an active within here, $350,000, 3-bed, 2-bath, $257 per square foot, and that one's a 1986 build. So if you're looking for this price range, great. Just keep in mind it's going to need updates. Maybe some of them have hardwood floor already updated within them, but most of them are going to need some sort of updating just because they're so much older. Here's kind of a more of an updated one on this left side that you kind of do. A lot of people coming in and just painting houses white. So when in doubt, paint the house white if you're updating it. All right, now we're gonna head over into the Frisco Original Donation subdivision. This is like the original with houses in here built in like the 1920s. We're also gonna be coming up on Frisco High School. That's really close too. So the other thing with Frisco in general is that all the schools are gonna be pretty close. This is about how far away it would be. From the first neighborhoods we kind of toured, it's about 10 minutes away, right off Main Street, and then you can go down Parkwood, and Frisco High School is right off Parkwood. Also, the Frisco Police Department is also right off Parkwood. So you have like Frisco Police Department, and then right across the street is Frisco High School. Oh, police right there. 1, 2, we're getting close. They're always on Stonebrook. Stonebrook, El Dorado is where the police are always at. Never speed on those roads, but you shouldn't be speeding in general, right? So I shouldn't even, shouldn't be doing, no. All right, left side, Frisco High School. They actually updated the library area. It looks pretty nice. Frisco High School was looking a little crusty compared to all the other schools when you look at them. That's the other thing. There's so many schools in Frisco. You might be thinking, oh, I want to be in Frisco ISD. You want your kid to be going to one of the Frisco high schools that was built in like an older time period where everything's old and kind of just not as updated as like a Lebanon Trail or like Memorial. All right, left side, Frisco Police Department. We're on Parkwood. This street right here is actually like one of my favorite streets to drive down, because it's like so not Frisco, because there's like trees and all this kind of and hills. It's just like a little fun road to kind of drive down and kind of be surrounded by nature and not just a whole bunch of buildings. You get like a nice little view over like where the water tower is. But this will take us right into downtown Frisco, right into the Frisco Original Donation subdivision. Now within this neighborhood, you're gonna have prices all over the place. Okay, so now we're on Main Street. Actually, I'm gonna get in this lane. Actually, no, let's drive down Main Street. Let's just drive down Main Street for a second. We're in the main part of Main Street. Does that make sense? We're in the main part of Main Street. This is kind of where some people walk around. They have a bridal place. Like, what downtown city doesn't have a bridal shop at it? Like, is it even a downtown if it doesn't have a bridal shop at it? I don't know. Just, these are the things I notice. All right, and then there's Randy's Steakhouse on the right side. My camera's pointing the wrong way, but you got Randy's Steakhouse on the right side. They got some, oh, another cop. Watch out. They have some boutiques in here, some like other small family-run businesses you can kind of walk around. They've turned downtown Frisco more to an area where you can walk around, which is really nice. Back in the day, this area was definitely needed some updates. Not a whole bunch of people were like just walking the streets of it. But I do think if you're an investor looking for something that you could potentially go in, update, I think Frisco Original Donation subdivision, which is what we're about to go into now, I think this would be a really good spot because you're closer into downtown Frisco. Some of the other ones that are closer to Preston we first did, I don't think I'd look at the, I mean, it all depends on kind of what you want, right guys? But I think if I was to be one that's gonna come in and maybe update something and do stuff, the Frisco Original Donation, because that's where everything is getting updated. So most of the people that are gonna be buying houses in here are gonna be updating them really good compared to maybe where Preston Trace was, and people are just gonna let those kind of sit for a bit. It's just what I'm noticing down in these neighborhoods right around the downtown Frisco. Because like I said, this is the main area. School of Rock is down here, Chamber of Commerce for Frisco, some of those things where you gotta go pay for your tickets. All right, we're going down on 3rd Street. 3rd Street Garage. So this is Frisco Original Donation. So you got houses that look like this up on the left side, okay? And then you got houses that look like this on the left side, so more updated. So that's what I'm seeing mostly around this neighborhood right now with things. And you're not gonna have an HOA in here. This is still gonna go to Rogers and Staley Middle and then Memorial High School. And then you got some of these in here that are gonna be upwards of like 600, 700,000. So you're starting to see this come in with things. An update, man, that guy was just gonna go for it and jump in front of the car. So maybe that's your style, I don't know. This is like the oldest part of Frisco right here with everything, so you're definitely gonna need to do some sort of updates if you're not gonna go with one of the houses listed at like 500,000. And then they got something like this, which just thrown in here. So you're seeing more of that in downtown Frisco. That's coming. So if you're an investor and you're wanting to get in something to update, this is where it's at. It'll then be going to Prosper. From Prosper, it'll then be going to Celina downtown. If you've seen some of my videos and kept up with my videos, guys, I kind of talk about this with the downtown areas. All right, so we're back on Main Street. And then I'll kind of show you guys, we'll end the video down where the FC Dallas Stadium is and those things, kind of show you how close we are to that. Man, I'm just hitting all the red lights today. I just love me some red lights. Point out some more things for you guys. But definitely check out my Frisco downtown video that I have in my Frisco playlist. I go through some of the other apartments and things you could rent right around Frisco Square. This also right here, Exxon, this one, the cheapest gas in Frisco. That is the cheapest gas. That's a little tip for you guys. The cheapest gas in Frisco is that Exxon. You're welcome. The more you know, guys. All right, and then here's the train tracks that we go over. And they also have the rail yard. The rail yard is like, you know, an open patio, drinks, beer, food. And then they have the Frisco Fresh Market is over here too. And now we're right off Frisco Street. We're right down into Frisco Square here. So that's how close everything is. So for the last neighborhood we went through, you could possibly walk to these areas or scooter or, you know, drive in, but this is Frisco Square here. And then that's where I end today's videos. And then that's where I'll end, and that's where I'll end today's video, guys. So let me know down in the comments section if you guys like this one, if you want to see more of these type of videos with some of the older houses and things like that. I just kind of stick to more of the master plan communities. But if I got a whole bunch of people commenting about how they want to see more of the homes under $350,000 or $300,000, whether you're an investor or maybe a first-time home buyer or something like that, just leave a comment or text me if you want any more information. I got all my stuff linked down below. Hold on, let me focus here, guys. Gotta make this turn. It looks like they're getting ready for the downtown Frisco lights. They're putting up all the lights and stuff. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna end the video here. This is, you know, Frisco Library, main area down here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Other than that, peace out, y'all. Take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me, Daniel, at the Home Expert Team. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye. And then that's where I end today's videos. And then that's where I'll end. And that's where I'll end today's video, guys.